Now Elden Ring's DLC is now finally out, Shadow of Erdtree, and in this video I'm going to be going over how to get hold of one of the very best armor sets in the game, an insanely tanky armor set indeed, as well as an absolutely awesome new sword. The Greatsword of Solitude, as well as the Solitude armor set, I'm going to show you how to grab it from the start of the DLC. Now, just here is going to be the images of what the Greatsword of Solitude entails. Like see, it is an absolute beast, very much revolving around strength. This thing does a lot of damage and is a lot of fun to wield. The armor of Solitude is just ridiculously tanky, and you can tell it is because when you're fighting your enemy, if you're using a strength build against them, they're going to take so much reduced damage because they've got this set of gear on. Also, the sword itself does a really cool move. It does a really nice special attack, as you can see here, called the Solitary Moon Slash, and then it can be followed up with a really nice fast attack that can really catch enemies off guard. Now, the really cool thing about this is that you can pick this up very early on in the DLC, I would say a couple of minutes in, because it's right near the very first starting grace. This is going to be the first one you pick up, just here, the gravesite plain, and if you wanted to, you could find a few more by just kind of travelling down the main road. There's going to be this one just over this direction here, and one a little bit further down. But if you wanted to get this armor set and this sword, all you gotta do is head over to the left hand side, keep hugging the wall. Doesn't take long on horseback, and you can't actually really miss it because you're going to be looking for a kind of like little mausoleum entrance. This is the place you're after, this area just here, and there's going to be a few of these dotted around within this actual DLC. This one right here is going to be the Western Mausoleum. Now I'm going to give you a few tips on this because this guy was an absolute monster, and the first time I got in against him he absolutely wrecked me. I think if you've got some kind of magic build you'll probably destroy this guy a lot easier, or anything where you're going from range. But if you're going in close, the best thing you're going to do is don't engage him in too many combos, because he hits like an absolute truck, and sometimes because of his poise he'll be able to hit you when you really think you've got the better of him. Instead, and slow and steady kind of wins the race in this regards, and you're going to want to watch out for his crossbow because that does a lot of insane damage. It is however very easy to avoid, and I found when he does use it, that's when you can kind of close the gap and take him down because he's not as well prepared. Also, he'll have the move that I showed you earlier, which does a lot of damage, and he can then follow up with that other move, so do be wary of that. But after a little while, you'll start to learn his patterns, you'll realise that you can take him down, then back off, then kind of re-engage, and it makes things a whole bunch easier. Rinse and repeat, do this as often as you need to, depending on your build, and some builds will definitely have this a lot easier than others. But just keep going, and eventually you'll be able to take him down, and nab yourself all of these goodies nice and easy. Right, hopefully that's helped a few of you guys and girls out. There's going to be a load of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC content coming your way from me. As always, for all things gaming, take care. I'll see you on the next day.